Hi, it's Don Sanders, and I want to thank you for turning out today for finding clients during the Corona affected economy. And what that means to me is business is different, and maybe business will never go back to the way it used to be. If it does, it would be great, but if it didn't, you're going to have to learn to adapt, and you're going to have to do the things I think that I'm going to show you in this webinar to make yourself successful going forward. And the first thing I would like to do is look at all the great supplier logos on the screen. These are all suppliers that I have bought products from for years, including Distributor Central, who does not sell products, but is the finest search engine in the industry and has the best e-commerce platform. So with that said, I'd like for you to take some notes. I'm going to have some great offers today from suppliers that will help you do a better job during the Corona affected economy. Burlingame is a great supplier. Their coupon is down at the bottom of the screen. Trainer is a Prince cups, napkins. That was the second supplier that I placed an order with more than 35 years ago. And Quickie, one of the oldest suppliers in the industry since 1946, makes American-made products. And we're going to talk about magnets, and we're going to talk about quality of magnets and graphics, but Quickie is a supplier that will never let you down. I am Don Sanders. If you have not watched one of my webinars before, I'll just tell you a little bit about what I do. I'm on a sales training website, sellpromoproducts.com, which I started about 15 years ago. Previous to that, and still today, I am a distributor and I sell just like you do. I don't sell as much product as I used to because I run my website and I do these webinars, but I just want you to know that I'm here to help you. And there's a picture of me at my last trade show back in February, and my goodness, that seems such a long time ago. And I would love to go back to a trade show if we could just get out and go meet some people. And there is my Don Sanders marketing card on the screen, as well as my sellpromoproducts.com. And please notice my shoes. That's my branding, or my attempt at branding. Just like I'm going to talk to you about branding yourself. I've had great luck with these shoes, and it's just something that has made me stand out from others. Now, Tiffany Tarr is with us today. I've known Tiffany for a very long time. She runs Distributor Central, and she's one of the brightest minds that I know, and she's going to talk to you about Corona websites and different Distributor Central tools. So I'm going to let Tiffany introduce herself. She's going to talk to you a minute, and then I'll pick back up, and then Tiffany's going to do a little 10 to 12 minute presentation at the end and tell you exactly how she can help you.
Thanks so much, Don, for having me this morning. I am. Can you hear me? Don, can you hear me?
Well, I cannot hear Tiffany, so I guess it is on my end. So let us proceed along here.
Okay.
Life-altering events have been with us forever. And in 1991, the Dallas Times-Herald closed, and I lost about 35% of my business. So what's going on today is not unusual to me. It's something that I've been through several times before. And what the point I'm trying to make here is in 1991, I lost 35% of my business in one day, and I had to adapt, and I had to adapt quickly. And that is something that you need to do as well. And one product that you can adapt to that will be needed are name badges. And name badges will be needed more than ever because people will be not coming back to work or changing jobs. And this is a product that I think a lot of people are missing sales on, but start showing name badges to your customers. And that way, if you lose business or whatever, name badges are a great repeat product item. And I'm calling them an ignored product. I buy all my badges from ID Line. They're the finest name badge supplier in the industry. They're a great way to keep your volume up. If you'd like to have a name badge sample kit, you can email Jennifer Anders, jadeanders@idline.com. They will get that right out to you. And I'm just suggesting that as a product that would be great to sell right now. Now, here are the action steps that I think are required to find today's buyers, people that are non-virus affected buyers. Many distributors are not going to know how to do this. And one thing I'd like for you to look at the screen is here's a couple out looking at eyeglass frames. Can you look at them and tell me if they're lookers or they are buyers? What do you think? What I'm going to try and train you to do is be able to look at them and talk to someone like that and identify quickly if they're a buyer or a looker. And the way you need to go ahead with this is define and implement goals. Identify resources that can help you and make you a better distributor. Commit to quality selling. Learn how to communicate. Ask the right questions. Don't run around and work on orders without information. Know when to push. That means when to ask for the order and how to move the sale along, and always qualify before working. Don't ever work on orders until you know all the facts. I know too many distributors that waste time working on orders that they should not have been involved with in the first place. And before this virus started, these problems with U.S. tariffs started last September when the government came out and said that they are raising tariffs on Chinese imports. That was a life-changing thing all the way back then. And what's happened today is just a continuation of it. Were you prepared for that happening? That means to me, were you prepared by not selling so many imported products? I know that I was not. And a lot of distributors that were selling American-made goods were not affected by this tariff increase at all. Just like Burlingame. Burlingame makes American-made products. Their distribution never dropped. Their price never went up. Their delivery was still on time. And Burlingame makes all kinds of very cool motorcycle products, which are a hot seller right now. You can get biker samples at sales@burlingame.com. Another great distributor that was selling American-made products is Drumline, which is in Stuttgart, Arkansas. If you had been selling Drumline calendars and journals back then, the price of the products that you were selling would not have changed, and the delivery would have been consistent. And were you prepared then, and are you prepared now with effective self-promos? A lot of distributors just give out cheap, flimsy business cards that make no statement besides the fact that I sell a lot of products, or I'll let you bid on, or I'll give you a bid, or I'll give you a price. If you want to be successful going forward, you cannot do that. You've got to have effective promos. And I begged distributors last September to buy these two products on the screen, and people laughed at me. If you had 1,000 bacteria-fighting wet wipes with you right now, how much business do you think you would have had? Because you would have had products that people needed desperately. Full-color tissue packs. That's another thing that I bought and gave to people. You can use tissues to open doors without touching them. I'm going to talk about that product in specifics a little bit later, but I begged people to go to AdMatch and email phil@admatch.com and order these self-promotion items, and people thought I was crazy. But if you had done that, you would be ahead of the game. Another great self-promo, and I always push 3M Post-it notes. I was the first distributor in 1984 to sell custom Post-it notes in the state of Texas. I've sold a lot of them since. This is a high quality product. You can get 500 pads for only $50. It is a great thing to take advantage of. You can email art@3mpromote.com to take advantage of this. I'm going to talk more about it later. But these are two great self-promotion items, or products that I think will show your brand effectively. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is defining your goals and implementing them. You need to decide what you want to do, and then you need to do it. Your goals could be better voicemail messages. It could be qualifying prospects better. It could stop being a product pusher, or stop selling on price. Fire your bad clients. Get rid of those people that drag you down, and build Corona product websites. There are all goals that you need to decide where you want to be right now and what you want to do going forward. I know what my goals are, and you should be able to tell what they are too. The first thing I want to talk, another thing I want to talk to you is stop the madness by not buying PPE junk. This stuff that's being sold right now, none of it is just not, I just don't even know what word to use, but it is unadulterated junk that you should not be selling your customers. Look at this person who sent me this ad the other day. It rambles on and on and on. It's too long. You can tell the person who's written this doesn't know what they're talking about, and they're trying to get you to buy these little kits with all these junky products in them. The imprint on something like that would rub right off, and those products are probably not quality. Ignore these type of pitches and only buy these PPE products from reliable suppliers. This bothers me a lot. People have been emailing me all the time about buying these masks. Well, if I was going to buy a mask, I'd buy these from Southern Plus. They're more expensive than other masks, but I know Southern Plus. It's not that the mask is that much different. It's who you buy it from if there's something that goes bad. Southern Plus is not going to leave you in the lurch like that guy that I just showed you before with all those junky PPE products. Do not buy masks from unreputable suppliers, and do not sell cheap ones. You're just going to get yourself in trouble. And you can find out about mask delivery at info@southernplus.com. If you're looking for imprinted masks, please buy them from Harvey Mackler at Empire. I push these suppliers because I work with them, but I am honestly telling you who to buy from that'll treat you right. Harvey's been in business forever. He has quality products. He will stand before them. So if you want imprinted masks, you should call Harvey Mackler, Harvey@Empire.com. Don't fall for these pitches from these unknown mask companies. Kids masks. This is another thing that's going to come around now. Buy them from AdMatch. I know Phil Sharkey that runs that company. I've known him forever. He's not going to leave you in the lurch. If there's something that goes bad here, he'll take care of it. Bill@admatch.com if you want kids mask, and there's a free setup from AdMatch at the bottom of the screen. So please, I'm just telling this, I'm trying to keep you out of getting in a jam. If you want a different type of mask product, how about a mask buddy from Snug Z USA? This keeps those mask loops off your ears. I know when I wear those, they pull my ears forward. I think I look funny. But the Mask Buddy makes your mask have an imprint in a way, because the thing that stretches around your head is imprinted, and Snug Z's has these and can deliver. Customer care at snugzusa.com. That's who these suppliers you need to buy from. I pitch them because they will not let you down. And the last thing that I'm going to go on about these PPE products is buy from reputable people that have the products in stock. KTI Promo, I've used him for years. I know Gene Few, he's a stand-up guy. He has automatic sanitary dispensers in stock now, and these no-touch thermometers. They can be delivered out of Houston, Texas tomorrow. If you're looking for these products or anything similar to them, email Gene F. at ktipromo.com. Use these suppliers. They will not let you down. Hand sanitizer is another one. People email me all the time. Don, who has hand sanitizer in 5 or 6 days? Well, I'm telling you, there's not anybody I would recommend who has them in 5 or 6 days. But McConnell, I've known them forever. They have them in 5 to 6 weeks. I talked to them the other day. They might be able to get them out sooner. But they do a good job of imprinting. Their product is quality, so stop falling for these hand sanitizer tricks. You want hand sanitizers, you want to know about when to get them, email Brandon@McConnellLand.com. And when I say always push for answers, I'm telling you to always be pushing. Remember we talked about the eyeglass people previously? Well, here's some people out trying to buy meat or cheese. Are they lookers or are they buyers? They might be a couple out looking for something for their wedding reception or for some parties they're going to have. Maybe they're a couple, or maybe they're not a couple. Maybe there's just an individual man and an individual woman in the store. But those people that are working behind that deli counter, they can't spend time not working on non-buyers. They've got to qualify. That means you need to ask everybody you deal with how many they want to buy, the due date, when do they need them, the price point, how much do you want to pay, and what's the promotion purpose. Most distributors don't qualify prospects, but you need to do that because it pushes them towards the sale. If it bothers these people, anybody you're selling, to ask them that, you don't need to call them because they're not a serious buyer. Maybe you found out that the prospect that you were dealing with wanted germ-related products. If you ask people that and say, well, would you like something that's germ-related today? And they say, well, yes, I do. I would show them these stylus pens by Rightline. A lot of people don't know it, but keypads and store credit card terminals have more germs than some toilets. I just think that's about the grossest thing I've ever seen. But Rightline is right here in Dallas where I am. I was down there the other day to see their factory. They are one of the finest pen suppliers in the industry, but they have stylus, and you can email samples at rightlineusa.com for these. This is a product you should be showing people. If you ask them and qualify it, if they're looking for germ-related products, show it to them. If they're looking for other products, suggest this. It'll be something that they will want to have. And let's talk about these grabbers. I'm seeing people push these grabbers, all kinds of no-touch grabbers. Look at this one on the screen right here on the left. It is worthless. It has no imprint on it. Where is the imprint? I'm not wanting to sell a piece of metal. I want to sell a product with a marketing message. Burlacamp, who I mentioned previously, has come out with a gripper. I believe they call this the Viro Grip product or Viro Gripper. It is something that you can open doors with, you can push doors in, you can carry bags. This is a USA-made product that can be delivered today and has a great imprint area. You can email sales@burlacamp.com and they will send you samples. Sell stuff that is meaningful, not some just piece of metal. And after qualifying your customers, learn to communicate. I communicate well because I talk to people about other things besides business. I don't get around to talking about business till I find out if they're going to be a like-minded person. I went and called on the Hyatt Regency in Dallas several years ago. They took pitches from 4 different promotional products vendors. I was one of the 4. I wanted that business badly. So I talked to Cynthia Vasquez, who was the person I was going to be dealing with, and we chatted up, and I found out that she liked dogs. And I bonded with her about dogs. And there's the email that I sent her when I got through. I thanked her for seeing me, and I sent her a picture of Betty and Gracie Ann, my 2 baby dogs at that time. There they are. And I am telling you what, I guess that worked because the email I got back from her was a picture of her with her dog. And that personal communication created a big account for me. The Hyatt bought over $150,000 from me in 3 years. And there is the email I got back. And she sent me a picture of her dog, Rexford. I talked to my boss. He's ready to take the next step with you. That account came to me because I communicated with her in a way she could understand about dogs. Now, if we're talking about dogs, I talk about this in every one of my webinars. I do a trade out with my vet. I've done this for 13 years. My products for their services. Logo Mats has pet dog mats. So if you want to look at those, you can check out the veterinary samples on Logo Mats website, or you can email Miles Wadsworth, mwadsworth@logomatsllc.com. And there is Betty Ann Sanders on the screen right now. That baby dog you saw earlier just died after a long little bout with liver cancer. And I put that up on Facebook, and I communicated the fact that that dog passed away. And I got so many nice messages. I was looking for somebody to get back with me, and it made me feel so much better about myself. We're learning to communicate again. Do you send handwritten notes? I want you to look on the screen there to the right. BBT is where I have my home mortgage. I don't even know who this person is, but I guess she looked through their account list in my neighborhood and wrote me this handwritten note saying that I thought that she says, I thought that I would do this because nobody does it, which she is so correct. I thought this was just the sweetest thing in the world. If I am going to go bank at another bank or do anything lending, I'm going to go up and see this person I don't even know because they did something that nobody else is doing. And there's the copy of exactly what she sent me. So what I did is I mailed her back a note. She emailed me and said, Don, you're as strange as I am. You sent handwritten notes. And in my note, I had told her that I want to help her with her promotional products. So guess what? I sent her my Tissue to Open Doors ad that I got from Match right there, and she's going to buy those from me. I created an account by responding to somebody who had responded to me. This is how you get orders, by communicating. And when I talk about identifying resources, do not get burned by bad suppliers. They're just everywhere in this industry. And I think that probably 30% of the suppliers that were in this industry back at the start of the year, they're not going to come back because they are undercapitalized. They've been selling bad products. But Southern Plus is not one of those. Adams is on that screen right now. She's one of the nicest people I've ever met. She owns Southern Plus, and there's her email down at the end, at the bottom of the screen. Most big suppliers, they don't want to have anything to do with you, but she is happy to communicate with you. And they've got this great umbrella that lights up at night. I think it's the coolest thing. You want to sell a cool product to your customer? Show them that high optic reflector stripped umbrella from Southern Plus. And in fact, Southern Plus has all their umbrellas on special right now. Umbrellas are a great seller for people. I'm not pushing umbrellas right now, but the point is not all umbrellas are the same. Don't sell cheap umbrellas. Southern Plus offers quality umbrellas that do not blow back and they don't fall apart like a lot of these suppliers are pitching you on the PPE junk. There's a lot of junky umbrellas. If you need to know about umbrellas, you can email info@southernplus.com. I'm not trying to rag on you about these things. I'm just telling you, selling quality is going to be what you need to do going forward. Just like not selling junk magnets. Quickie's been in business since 1946. The man who started that company founded the Quickoin, the little coin purse. That's what Quickie got started with, and they have become one of the finest suppliers in the industry doing magnet, key tags, and luggage tags. But if you want some great magnets that have health-related messages on them, Quickie has those. And if you want a Quickie magnet sample kit, it's info@quickie.com. They are the best magnet company in the industry because their magnets won't fall off and the imprint doesn't peel off like some of them do. And here's Burlacamp again. I'm pitching these suppliers hard to you because they're not going to let you down. Burlacamp's been around since the 1920s. Up at the top left-hand part of the screen, that's a 1950s room show from the Palmer House in Chicago. Below that is a young Kim Burlacamp working his father's booth. In the middle of the screen, I think that's either Kim's father or grandfather at one of those room shows. Down at the under that is Ken working a PPAI show. I think that's probably the early 90s. And there on the right is Ken today, one of the nicest people I've ever met. If you have a problem, you can email ken@burlacamp.com. They will never let you down. Like Drummond Printing, they've been around for 100 years. That's an old line printing company that started and has morphed into promotional products. They have journals, calendars, scratch pads, etc. They are an American-made company. I mentioned before when we were talking about selling American-made products. These type of suppliers are who you need to buy from. Now, the greatest amount of good accounts that I've ever come up with, or that's probably bad grammar, I've created more quality customers from volunteer work than any other form of prospecting. That creates volunteering creates customers forever. Now, some of the things I've been doing in my neighborhood is I cut grass with some of my neighbors for some of the people in our neighborhood that could not get out and do that. I did some meal delivery. I delivered groceries to people. I did that because I thought it was the right thing to do. But I always do these efforts looking for fellow business owners that I can sell to before. Now, there's volunteering before there on the left, and there's volunteering today on the right, working these food banks. But if you're not doing volunteer work, you are missing a great way to meet like-minded people. And these relationships that you find through volunteer work, they cannot be duplicated. Look at that puppy with those funny legs on that screen. I got that from the SPCA. I give them money every month. I try and help them. I love animals. That little dog came in and had to have a special wheel thing put on its front legs. That this dog was just abandoned and thrown out, and the SPCA raised the money and got this beautiful little dog adopted. But who adopted that dog? What if you were fostering that dog and somebody decided to adopt it? You would have delivered the dog out, or the SPCA would have taken it? Was that the CEO of a company, a marketing director, an owner? Was that like Cynthia Vasquez at the Hyatt Regency Hotel that loved dogs? I guarantee you, if I was fostering that dog and the marketing director of a big company came to my house to pick it up, do you not think that they're going to think that I'm a good person for doing something that they admired? This is how volunteer work builds connections. Now, were you out delivering toilet paper? Were you a Corona volunteer? For some reason, I had 30 rolls of toilet paper. I always buy ahead before this thing started. You remember back where you couldn't get any toilet paper? Well, I tell you what I did. I took 24 rolls of my toilet paper and I took it to my neighbors and my customers with little notes saying, I didn't know if you needed one. I did that because I thought that somebody might have needed it, and I thought maybe I can drum up some interest for business this way. Well, it worked. I got 5 thank you notes or emailed thank you notes back from that and stirred up some goodwill in my neighborhood. Doing things like this is how you get business moving forward. And there's a great, if you're buying bottled water, Alexis Springs is the best in the industry. They have spring water down there at the bottom right-hand corner. And here is Burlingame was on the left. Now, only 20% of distributors are going to use direct mail to find new buyers. I just think that is absolutely crazy. What's the wrong with the rest of them? Why wouldn't they be using direct mail? I've seen where people are going to do all these plans, but the lowest amount percentage of what they're going to do moving forward is doing direct mail. So if nobody else is doing it, I'm doing it. And you want to include some notes written with it that'll get you some business, use Post-it notes. I'm not going to pitch you too much more, but AM Nickel at 3mpromote.com can help you with these. And those are a great product to include with your mailers, which you've got to help customers adapt to required marketing strategies. A lot of these customers, they don't know what to do. Lunch in place bags are summer products for the beach. Southern Plus has these. Those are products that you can show people and that they will want to buy because they're needed for work at home people. They're needed for people that go to the beach. These beaches open up and people have just gone wild going to them. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's just what's happening. This is a marketing strategy that you need to share with your customers. Dirty facts must be mailed. The hygiene is going to be a problem forever going forward, and mats are needed to keep dirt and grime out of buildings. So if you're not selling mats, you're way behind the time. Logo Mats has these great self-mailers that tell you everything about what mats really do. You're seeing it here on the screen, but mail that, email that to your customers, and then follow up with the type of mats that they've got, which are germane for today. Every office hallway needs mats. I'm trying to talk to you about products that people will buy. These are not things we're going to think about in the future. I'm talking about let's make some sales today. Well, I think wash hand mat samples would be something that people would just love to buy. M. Wadsworth at logomatsllc.com. You contact office building supervisors about this. I think every office building in the world should buy one of those mats. Just like I think in every restroom in an office building or a bar or a restaurant should have a wash your hands mats. If you're not selling these things, you're way behind. I'm not saying you are, but you need to. Logo mat samples are M. Wadsworth at logomatsllc.com, and there's a great little 5% off a order coupon at the top of the screen. And here's a mat that everybody needs. These hand sanitizing stations are going to be everywhere. How about a mat that shows you where you stand to use the hand sanitizing hand sanitizer station? I got it right now. But I'm showing these products because these are things that people will buy now. How about mask holders? People have been selling these masks ad nauseum. We've gone over that. How about mask holders? You need someplace to keep up with these masks. Ads on Magnets has, well, what was a product that you would hang your eyeglasses from your shirt. There's a magnet that goes on the inside of the shirt, magnet on the outside. That was for your glasses. They've adopted this as a mask holder. You see it on the screen. It will hold your mask in place until you need it again, instead of putting it down and leaving it. I think it's a great idea. Steve Brown is sbrown at adsonmagnets.com. He can help you with this. I just think that's a really cool product. Now, there are 40 custom flyer choices from Southern Plus that you can have your own logo attached to. You can go to southernplus.com and see these. They are the best supplier in the industry for providing custom flyer choices, bar none. Now, people ask me, Don, you want to build up these mailing lists? You want to do this mailing? Where am I going to get these people to do this? Well, the best workers I've ever had in my life have been students that I've hired from local colleges and from high schools. I'm not kidding you. I went to TCU, so I am a horned frog. But when I lived in Dallas here for a long time, I lived about a mile from SMU, and I hired SMU students, best workers I ever had. They were looking for marketing experience. They were just about like that on the screen. Some of them would come to work hungover. Some of them would come that were upset with their boyfriend breaking up with them, or their girlfriend breaking up with a boyfriend. But you know what? When they came to work for me, they were dedicated because they needed to put on their resume that they had done something in college. So I would tell you, that's where you get your mailing list builders. And there's a great coupon on the screen right now for ID line. Remember, we talked about the name badges. Now let's talk about these Corona sites that Distributor Central does. There's several different choices. I'm not going to go into all of them with you. I'm just going to show you a few of them. They have a hygiene and safety site that Tiffany's going to talk to you when we get through about how to build a site like this. On that site, you can have COVID-19 samples from Drumline. Remember, that's Drummond Printing, the old printing company that's come around. They have these cool COVID products right now. They have safety products and appreciation products for work at home people. These are so cool. Wash your hands fronts on them, germs on the front with logos on them. Gaddison, it's Gina Addison at drum-line.com can help you with this. This is a cool approach to germ-related problems. How about stickers? COVID reminder stickers. Sticker U has these. I know you're going to be needing these floor decals. I've had a lot of people emailing me saying, Don, where do I get my floor decals? Well, you can get them from Sticker U, and all you have to buy is one. And you can find out that information at promo@stickeru.com. They have the floor decals, and then they have ones that can go on the inside, outside of windows, or on the outside of buildings. And they have several flyers, like I talked to you about the flyers that Southern Plus has. Sticker U has several unbranded COVID-19 flyers that you can email to people that have no marks from the supplier on them. There's one there on the left side of the screen. You can email promo@stickeru.com, and they will send you all the particulars about this way to send unbranded stuff to your clients. Now, distributors ask me all the time about shirt transfers. I survived the Corona 2020. Well, I didn't know where you got shirt transfers. Well, I do now. Sticker U has them. and you only have to buy one. And I saw this on their site the other day. I think it's so cool. With work from home going to be a forever thing with us, you can get one sticker, place it on the wall behind your computer, and it makes you look corporate. Having a big sticker on the wall makes you look like you're substantial. I think that's totally cool. Besides that, in the transfers, when you order with Sticker you do it all online. You create your own designs online. Right there where Coffee Go is, you go in and you pick out your dimension, your size. The orders are all placed online. It's the easiest thing you've ever done. We're back to stop the spread of germ magnet samples from Quickie. Quickie magnets are just great. I'm not going to tell you all about that again, but if you need health-related magnets or key tags or luggage tags, bag tags, anything with health-related stuff on it, info@quickie.com. Now let's talk about a product better than gloves. You remember I talked to you about those self-promotion tissues before, and everybody laughed at me. They thought, Don, you're stupid. Why would anybody want tissues? Well, they're better than gloves. You go out to a restaurant, go to the store or go somewhere and you wash your hands, and you got to put your hand on those doors. I won't do it. I'll always get a paper towel. But if they're out of paper towels, I mean, still a lot of these restrooms have these blowers, which you're not supposed to have those blowers now, because I think that spreads germs. But how about having a tissue pack? You pull it out and you open the door. And so instead of selling this as a cough or a cold remedy or way to control that, how about helping you prevent touching doors and objects? This is from AdMatch. It's still at admatch.com. These type of products, showing them will put you ahead of your competitors. Now let's talk about antibacterial grip pens. These things have been out for a while, and a bunch of them don't work. But I talked to you about Rightline before. Did you know that there was $25 billion sold in this industry last year? 6% of that was in one product category, writing instruments. Over half of that, the products were sold were 40 to 70 cents. I did not know that till I went down to Rightline the other day. The grip is manufactured with an antibacterial additive, and it will last the whole life of the pen. A pen has 8 owners during its lifetime. I did not know this, and they have the lowest cost per impression of any promotional product. So if somebody says, why should I buy those pens? There's the information right there to tell customers so they know what you are doing. And another thing, if you'll look, these pens can be cello wrapped. You're seeing there on the Rightline ad. How about that? Cello wrapping keeps the pen clean by time before, but between the time it's manufactured and given to the customer. How about pointing out cello wrapping to your customers as a way to stop the spread of germs? I didn't think about that the other day, but cello wrapping is something you can point out. Again, samples at rightlineusa.com. Now let's talk about distributor-centered delivery and curbside pickup sites. I read this, that we're living through a golden age of ordering in. I've gotten to where I don't even want to go out and eat anymore. I'm telling you, I went yesterday to one of the restaurants that's open in the neighborhood, and they're set up with only a quarter of their tables. You have to wait for so long, and then it takes forever to get your food. I just came home and ate some soup. And then last night I called and ordered a pizza. I don't want to fool with it. I don't want to wait. I don't want to go through the hassle. People are going to order in forever. And AdMatch has tamper-free stickers that go on boxes that proves that the food was not opened by the delivery driver. I've read some great gross statements about that. I'm not going to go into that at this time, but AdMatch has tamper-proof stickers. That's something you can sell to restaurants that I guarantee you they need those. Food packaging options. Trainer has these. They have cups, they have napkins, they have plasticware, they have the containers for soup, for sandwiches, for steaks. Trainer makes these products, has forever. Jamie, Jaimeh at trainergraphics.com can help you about this. If you're crying about not having any customers to sell to, I guarantee you, go call on some restaurants and show them this product. And they have NQP right now in essential takeout products, and Trainer also has a great selection of to-go mugs. Down where I live, you can still order alcoholic beverages to come with your dinner or your lunch. You can still order wine. You'll need these from Trainer when you show these to restaurant customers. Again, it's Jamie H. at trainergraphics.com. And food trucks, are you calling on food trucks? Their business is never going to go away. I like food trucks, but some of them have really good food. But food trucks are going to be with us forever. This market will only get bigger going forward. And food trucks need napkins. Trainer has napkins. I'm pushing Trainer hard here, but they've got the products that I think people will buy. Here's a novel idea. Southern Plus has rain ponchos. Why not sell those to restaurants when you're out calling on them with your food service products? Ponchos can be sold to the restaurant, and when an Uber Eats person shows up or a caviar delivered person shows up to pick up their order, why doesn't the restaurant give that driver one of these ponchos? I guarantee you, they're not going to throw it away. They're going to go keep that in their car, and if they're out the next time it rains, I guarantee you they'll put it on, and that restaurant logo would be on that poncho. Good, subtle advertising for the driver to walk out, and so he's delivering from a sandwich shop. Well, what if he had one that said Jake's Seafood on it? Well, Jake's going to get some advertising right there. Info at southernplus.com, and there's a great 5% off an order coupon from Southern Plus. Hygiene and safety sites. This is just strictly about how to keep from getting the virus. Another distributor central idea. How about antimicrobial mouse pads? These things have been around forever. Jennifer Anders at idline.com can help you. That's a product that you should show, and nobody's going to tell you that you're crazy for showing that. That's a great product, just like the antimicrobial pens. Now, 3M has messaging, Post-it note messages that you can stick on restroom mirrors. You can stick them on tables in a restaurant that say this table has been cleaned. They're good for temporary signage, door leave behind. Service companies can leave them on doors when they come by, like AT&T came by here the other day and dropped off something. They could have taken and stuck a Post-it note with the thing on a message that said, hey, we just delivered your new modem or whatever. There's a jillion ways to use Post-it notes with healthy messages or COVID messages. AM Nickel at 3mpromote.com. Here's the last time I think I'm going to show you this self-promotion. I apologize. I thought I'd taken this screen out. I know I've gone on with 3M for too long, but I think it's a great thing. If you see it again, you can tell me, Don, you talk too much about Post-it notes. Now, we talked about those tissues, and I'm going to talk to them about, again, because I take Consumer Reports magazine. If you don't take that, it's really interesting. It's not boring. It tells you about useful things and products that you buy. I subscribed to it last year. I never had done that. And they had an article in there about touching public spaces. So if you don't have hand sanitizer, you can carry a pack of single-use tissues. That's not an ad match thing. I found that in Consumer Reports that they had picked that up. That's where I got this idea. So I'm not coming up with the idea, but I thought that was so cool. This is a great product for not touching. Again, Phil at admatch.com. Here's stick and stand mats from Logo Mats. You're going to need these things where you stick these on the floor. They just came out with these, and they come in cases of 6, $74.20 on a P per case. I just think this is a great product to show those restaurants when you go call on them about food packaging. Now, I have used supplier mentors all my life to get me a lot of business. Suppliers have helped me, intelligent suppliers, some are not so intelligent, but some suppliers have helped me get a lot of business over the years. And I've known Brandon Craig who is the Vice President of Sales for Southern Plus. He works for Greta Adams at Southern Plus. He knows more about the industry than anybody, and Southern Plus has the coolest website with case histories, with how to create your own flyers, how to produce your own videos, you name it. You want some insight into what to sell right now, you email Brandon at southernplus.com. There's a thing he put up there in the message block about their products that he had used when he went out the first weekend the beaches were open where he is. This guy can help you more than anybody. Just like Harvey Mackler, I talked about Harvey on the face mask. Harvey's one of the nicest people I've known. Harvey is smart. There's his direct dial phone number. Do you think the owners of these mega suppliers are going to give you their phone number? They don't care about you. They're owned by some hedge fund company or whatever. All they want to do is sell you orders, get their volume up, and sell their supplier to a big holding company. Harvey's not going to do that. Southern Plus doesn't do that. These are the type of suppliers you can call for advice when maybe you don't have an idea. You can email me. I'll help you. You can email Tiffany. She'll help you. Or you can email Harvey. I've known Harvey for 30 years. He's as good as it gets. Harvey at Gempire.com. And let's use Facebook for fun dogs and product videos. And there is Betty Ann Sanders again back down there. I love that dog, and her sister Gracie mourned for 5 days. I could not get her to eat or come out from under that bed. And I thought I was going to have to put that dog down. But you know what? She rallied and has come back, and I really think she likes having all the attention now. That's a little side note. But I use Facebook to post product videos from Southern Plus. They have 87 product videos. You can email those links to customers. You can email Brandon. He can help you with that. You can email Greta. I gave you her email address previously. These videos that they have are something that your customers will like. Just like I use LinkedIn all the time to post things that I want my customers to see. I have a bunch of LinkedIn followers. I tout endorsements, use big headlines. I send out stuff all the time. And one of the things I send out are case studies. Right now, you need to prove that you're real, and you do that by proving to people that you know what you're talking about. You go on Southern Plus, pull up their case studies, put those on your LinkedIn account, email them to your people. You just keep, wait just a minute. Okay, I don't know what that was that came up there, but I'm sorry about that. You just send these out to people through your Facebook and your LinkedIn account, and you will be ahead of the game. Now, here's a website from Distributor Central on healthcare heroes. We've got all these people working, and they're going to need rewards at the end of this or all during the time. Gempire does lapel pins. I'm going to talk to you about that. Lapel pins are a great thing to sell to healthcare providers or anybody else right now. You can get a complete lapel pin sample kit from Harvey Mackler. Remember him at Gempire. If Harvey or Ken Burlekamp or Greta or Brandon, any of these people give you a bad time, you call me and I'll take care of it for you, because I guarantee you're not going to call me. It's not going to happen. They're all good people. Harvey at Gempire.com. Now I'm going to go through some of these products that I really like before we conclude here. Here's the magnetic mask holder that I talked to you about, ads on magnets. There's the pricing right at the bottom of the screen, S. Brown at adsonmagnets.com. Here are the cello wrapping thing I talked to you about with Rightline. Free pin cello wrap. I think that is very cool. If you'd like to have flyers with your logo, like I've got my sellpromoproducts.com on there, you can email sales@rightline.com or samplesroom@snugzusa.com. Now, I believe I said sales@rightlineusa.com previously. Maybe I've got two different emails on here, but when we get to the last slide, all the correct emails are there. I know. I just noticed that. I'm glad I did. But Samples Room at SnugZusa, there's that mask buddy. I think that's a great product. Sales@burlekamp.com for this Viro Gripper, no-touch gripper. I think that is a product that's going to sell. How about showing calendars now? I bet you nobody's selling calendars right now. You ought to email Drumline, Gaddison at drum-line.com and say, Do you have your 2001 calendar sample kits out yet? Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but you can start selling calendars right now. People are going to say, oh, well, it's not time to buy those yet. Well, I don't care if it's time. It just gives you an excuse to call on people. So how about showing calendars? Here's those tissues. I'm not going to even say anything here. I've talked about the tissues enough. Phil at admatch.com. Here's the mask holders again. S. Brown at adsonmagnets.com. And here are name badges again. Jennifer Andrews, J. Anders at idline.com. I think that name badges are going to be a hot selling product. And there's our Right Line antimicrobial pens again. And here is a great offer from Right Line on 2 different products. These are very cheap offers. You can get 200 pens for $30, 200 pens for $30. You can get an imprint on a full color clip. Sales at rightline.com. It's that or sales at rightlineusa.com. That'll be on the last slide. Now, I've done a book, a 10-chapter book on how to sell promotional products with Howard Mackler at Gympire. If you would like to have a sample copy of that book, if you will email me after the presentation is over, and there's a great Gympire coupon right there, I will have Harvey Mackler email you the chapter, and I will send you the replay of this webinar. It's Don at sellpromoproducts.com. If you'll email me, there I am at the last trade show, and there are the correct email addresses. And I've got on there samples at rightlineusa.com. I believe that's right. I want to apologize to you for that, but there's all the email addresses. I will be sending those to you after the presentation is over. And I did not hear Tiffany previously, but I know she is here. And so I am going to let her change her screen to her computer, and she's going to tell you about how Distributor Central can help you. And when she is finished, she'll turn it back to me and we'll end. And all I can do is thank you for turning out today, and good luck in this Corona-affected economy.
Well, thanks so much, Don, for having me today on the webinar. If you guys are not familiar with Distributor Central is a free resource to you as a distributor. We provide product research tools, website hosting, order management, and customer management tools for distributors. And everything that we do at every level is 100% free to you as a distributor. So if you're not familiar with Distributor Central, just go to distributorcentral.com or reach out to me, and I'll make sure you have an account and usernames and passwords to be able to log in and access everything. Some of the things that I wanted to talk a little bit about today is as we're coming out of this pandemic and we're coming out of shutdown, what we're seeing is distributors that are, again, having to readjust their businesses and be able to move more quickly and make sure that they're providing the best levels of customer service to your customers, and being able to efficiently and quickly get these kinds of product ideas to customers. Some of the tools that Distributor Central has recently released to kind of help with some of those things is we've released a save search and a product collection tool. And one of the things I wanted to show you today is being able to quickly put together product sets, just like Don was talking about today, on products that just really work for the market right now. Taking those product sets and without having to generate a lot of additional work, do that work once and get it out to your customers in the most efficient way. And so as Don was talking today about some of the products that he recommends to sell to customers right now, the products that are just relevant in today's market and so what I did is, as he was kind of going through some of those items, I saved them down to my product list. And so I made a product list of all of the products that Don was talking about today, and I've now got that list ready to go. So if a customer calls me today and I'm just really busy and I just need to get them the information that they need now, without having to think about all the things that Don talked about today, I was able to generate that list once, and now I can easily email this list over to any of my customers. And I've done the work once, and now I can reuse and repurpose that work over and over and over again. So one of the things that I would recommend to you as a distributor is think about the market segments that you work within. or think about what's going on in the world right now and create product sets that you can that you can reuse and repurpose over and over and over again without having to generate a bunch of additional work. So I'm just going to send myself Don's ideas. I can send it over as an email, and now, and I don't, there's not a lot of work I've had to do, and so now, well, so once I've done that, I can pop this email over to my customers. What I've done in the last few days is I've actually generated several lists. So if I had a different customer that called in and they've got an awards project, I don't have to go and dig up all the awards or the suppliers I like to work with. I can just go back to that saved set, get those products back, and email it over to the customer. A lot of distributors tend to work with their favorite suppliers, and you have favorite products that you know work well in different types of environments. So that's one of the things that Distributor Central will help you with, help you save time and energy, and efficiently get product information and ideas over to your customers so they're not having to wait. Another tool that Distributor Central has available to you, and you're going to see a lot more of these market-specific websites, but Distributor Central provides you the ability to create a website at no cost. We have several templates that are already pre-built and ready for you to go. We've got virtual sampling tools on those websites as well. But this is this COVID-19 website template that we put together in the beginning of the pandemic. Our team put this website together that's pre-built and already has many of the products that Don talked about today already on this website, and everything that Distributor Central does is e-commerce. Distributor Central will host your domain name for you at no cost. And we're not a domain reseller, but you can use like a GoDaddy or a Network Solutions or name.com and get yourself a domain name, and Distributor Central will host it for you. If you do not have a domain name, we will provide you a holder domain. It's dcpromosite.com. But if you want to really set yourself apart and brand your business so that your customers keep coming back, I would highly recommend getting a domain name. And I just found out that on GoDaddy, one of the extensions that they now have is .promo. So I bought ttar.promo, and I bought it for like the next couple of years, and I think I spent $35 on it. It's a very, very minimal amount of money to really build your own brand and set yourself apart so that your customers know to keep coming back to you. But using these website tools are really simple. And again, everything is e-commerce. You can attach your payment gateways and have point of purchase selling right on your own website. To use any of these websites, all you have to do, if you don't want to do a lot of customization, or if you just need a website set up very quickly, you can just go into Distributor Central's wizard, and in just a couple of minutes, I'm just going to choose this COVID-19 template, and I'm going to give my template a name. And I'm just going to make up a name. And all I've got to do from here is attach my logo. So if I were really going to put this website together and start using it, I've just got to attach my logo to it. The wizard is going to take the logo, it's going to render it and place it on the website. And in just a couple of minutes, I have now created a brand new website that I can start sending over to my customers and start selling products that are relevant for this market today. Distributor Central, again, provides all of this at absolutely no cost to you. We will host these websites for you. We will help you build these websites. Our company stores, our niche markets will help you get that done so that you can use technology to build your brand and set yourself apart. If anybody has any questions about Distributor Central, or you don't have an account, please feel free to reach out to me. My email is ttar@distributorcentral.com or info@distributorcentral.com as well, and we will help you get you set up. I don't think Dawn can hear me, but I'm done. You can hear me now? Oh, great.
I had my sound off, so
Okay.
I've been listening. You've done a great job.
Thank you very much. But if anybody's got questions, we're here to help, and we want to help. There's so many things that you can use with technology, with social sharing buttons that we can help you with. saving searches that you can use over and over and over again, taking the product ideas that Don presented today, build one presentation in your DC account, and then be able to use that every time or over and over and over again as you're starting to get phone calls back from your customers. Get that work done on the front end, and then that way you can use more of your day-to-day time for what you really should be doing in that selling. So Don, that's all I've got today.
All right, Tiffany did a great job, and I will vouch for her. She knows what she's doing, and every time I listen to her presentation, I learn something I don't know, and I've been doing this a long time, and I think with the information that I've got and what she has, I think you'll be really good at what you're doing. So I want to thank everybody for keeping with us today, and I will be sending out everything that I promised, and I just hope you have a great day. Thanks.